A little different today. Waiting on Coach D to join. Here she come. What's up, Coach?
What's going on with you?
Nothing much. Nothing much.
What up? What up?
How was your day?
It was good. Busy,
Good.
busy, but it was good. It was good.
I understand. Busy.
Absolutely. How was
Sure.
yours?
You know, it wasn't busy, but it was just long. I'll say.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. Had to help get these uniforms ready for the weekend.
Oh yeah, it's about that time.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So we're gonna get into this weekend a little bit. We're gonna get into some other stuff too.
Okay.
Um, Hold on real quick. I gotta trying to get the stuff up here. Oh well, I'll do that later. But first, want to send my condolences out to the Mallet Creek family, the Charlotte basketball community. Coach CJ was a big part of the basketball community.
Absolutely.
Um, we've had me and him have had messages, conversations in person, and just really good guy overall. So just want to send prayers to his family, to the Mallet Creek community, all of that.
Absolutely. For sure.
So, uh, kind of to go away from that, because I mean that's a very touching thing with that. But transfer portal, go a
Ooh.
little bit away from the high school world.
Okay.
Transfer portal,
Okay.
man. What you think about it, Coach? What you think gonna happen this year for that transfer portal?
Listen, it's a lot of kids going into the transfer portal, and
Mm-hmm.
the biggest surprise for me was Deja Kelly.
Mm,
Did not think she was gonna leave North Carolina. So
mm.
um yeah, I'm surprised there. As
There's
far as
been there's been talks of her going back.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, because she still can. Yeah,
yeah, I can kind of see her going back. We've already talked about it, and I told you I
yeah,
think she's going to Kentucky.
right.
But we'll see if I'm wrong. But I would think she would go back to North Carolina with all the stuff she had going on for herself there.
Mhm.
Um, and she's from, if I'm not mistaken, she's from Texas.
Yeah, yeah.
So Kentucky doesn't really make
Yeah.
sense, but who knows? Man, my biggest surprise, man, somebody was playing on the internet today. They were talking about Hannah Hidalgo. Yeah, exactly. That's what I did. They were talking about Hannah Hidalgo transferring from Notre Dame, and I can't see that.
I can see that.
I can't see that. She had a really good year this year, so it's hard to say like that
Yeah.
type of player would leave. And everybody loved Coach Ivy
Yeah.
over there, so that would be like shocking.
The only way I could see her leaving is if Coach leave.
Yeah,
They they have a strong bond. Like
all
you
right.
can tell throughout the games, like after the games, how they interact with each other, how they
Mhm.
ain't no way, ain't
And
no
me and a couple other coaches were talking about it, and it was like maybe like if she was to leave, it would be NIL money. That's the only
yeah,
thing I can think of. But
yeah,
I think she's still going to get her fair share of that at Notre Dame. So I
absolutely.
really don't see her leaving. Um, in our area, of course, Samaya Suffer had entered the transfer portal, but I think she's going to stay at Virginia Tech.
Okay,
Trying to think. I know Trinity
go
and
ahead.
Amaya.
Yeah, I don't
They're
know where they.
still
I think they made decisions, but
okay.
I don't know where.
Well, hopefully they get somewhere where both of them could be together.
Mm,
That would be dope, in my opinion.
absolutely.
Um, Trying to think, what else was a shocking one? Like the Twitter world been kind of crazy because I know you don't be on Twitter like that,
Right,
but
right.
they've been talking about like a lot of people are um skeptical that somebody from UConn is going
Uh
to
huh.
transfer, like one of the big names going to
Really?
transfer. And I'm like, well, I don't see Paige leaving
It's
for
not
1 year.
paid. Yeah.
So I'm like, is it AZ or like could she leave? And somebody was like, maybe she'll go back home to Virginia. But then I'm looking at it like, well, I don't see her going to Virginia Tech and not
Right.
even Virginia because it just doesn't seem to fit what
Mhm.
she wants to do. So I couldn't see that, but that's
Yeah.
just been the word around.
I
They
can
said some
I
breaking news may happen.
You said what?
They said some breaking news might happen soon, so we'll see.
I can see her leaving because I feel like she hasn't really gotten the groove of her
Yeah,
career,
I can
and it's
see that too.
always one thing after another, and maybe she need a fresh start. I mean, I can see her leaving. I wouldn't be surprised.
I can see that, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't think she won't leave because Sarah Strong about to come there. They got a really good chance to
Listen,
compete for a championship.
right?
Like that's
That's
why I can't see it. Like,
that's a fact.
but that's less shots.
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll
Kelly
see.
knew she was leaving. I knew she was leaving.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
had her there.
yeah. I think they're gonna have a couple other people leaving
Yeah.
too. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I don't think South Carolina will have anybody else leave, but I wouldn't be surprised if like one or two players decided, hey, I don't think my minutes are gonna go up or they might go
Yeah.
down because Joyce is gonna play.
Joyce is gonna play.
Joyce is gonna play.
Yeah.
And Maddie, I think the point guard they're bringing in, Maddie, she a dog, so she
Yeah.
got to get some minutes. Like
Yeah.
she's a good backup point guard, but I think she's gonna probably have to wait her turn just for the simple fact they got so many kids.
Right.
Um, then we were talking like I was looking at WNBA draft is coming Monday.
Oh yeah. Tuesday.
Uh, is
15th?
it Tuesday?
It's the 15th.
Okay, so Tuesday,
Yeah.
Tuesday. I was
Yeah.
confused. Monday, Tuesday. You know, all
Right.
them days run together.
Fact.
Uh, but so of course everyone says the number one pick, Caitlin Clark.
Absolutely.
So I read not too long ago. I just read it. I forgot how many total games it is, but it was like all but like 4 of the Indiana Fever game are going to be nationally televised. I
Yeah.
was like, come
Yeah.
on now,
I
y'all.
It goes up every year though, because last year it was
Yeah,
up too.
but
It was
that's crazy. All but 4 games.
That's crazy. That is
That,
crazy.
that's wild. Like that's that's a big number. Like
Yeah.
national TV. We ain't talking about just like streaming somewhere.
Right.
We're talking about national TV. And the Caitlin Clark effect is real.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot of people hate it, and I'm not a fan of it because a lot of people hate that Caitlin Clark has this big of an impact. Now,
Yeah.
I don't think she's the Stephen Curry of the NBA. Like
Right.
Stephen Curry changed how players play in the
Right.
NBA, high school, college, all that. I don't think Caitlin Clark did that for the college basketball game. I thought she brought more notoriety
Mhm.
to the game, but I don't think she changed it. Like she
Right.
didn't win.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, she didn't win.
She
She
didn't win.
didn't win once, huh?
If she would have won, that would have been a different story.
Like her impact as far as basketball is can't be matched. Like no
Right.
one can
Right.
say what she did was not a good thing.
Right.
She's phenomenal
Yeah.
for that. Who do you think goes number 2 in that draft?
In the WNBA draft,
Mm-hmm.
I think oh, that's tough. I
Yep.
think I think Cameron the Brink I think Brink's gonna
Yep.
go. I think yeah, she's gonna go second.
I could see her going second.
She's gonna go second. I
I
think
think the Sparks had the second pick.
Sparks got the second pick. It's the
Yeah.
second fourth pick. So I
Yeah.
think they're gonna pick her, and I think Rakia is gonna go number 3.
Okay. So who goes for Cardozo?
Cardozo goes fourth.
Okay. Because they need a big in LA.
Yeah, because they just got all they got is Chennai, a boom,
Mhm.
and so
Well, she can play on that wing too.
yeah,
So
and that's the thing. She could stretch it, so they
yeah,
don't really have no bigs in LA. They got rid of everybody,
that's
so
true.
they
That's true.
think they're gonna be all right. But Indy people gonna sleep on Indiana. They gonna
That's what I'm thinking. So how good do you think they are going to be this year?
so sorry. That's my dog. Get out.
They are.
Get.
Hopefully my dog don't start barking because yours barking.
They in the office. They supposed to be here. Um, they returning a lot. So of
Mhm.
course they got Aaliyah Boston, of course.
Right.
That's dominating on the inside. They got new guards coming in,
Mhm.
adding Caitlin Clark. like another shooter, even though they got shooters, like they're gonna be solid because their post game is already solid.
Right.
Game was already good, so I think they gonna make the playoffs this year. I tell you that because they ain't
Okay.
made a couple of years. They're gonna make it.
That's a bold statement, coach. The
They're gonna make
playoffs.
the playoffs this year.
That's crazy. I think so. A lot of people look at Caitlin Clark as just a scorer. I
Yeah,
think she's going to show that she can play the point guard more once
yeah,
she gets to the NBA. Because I don't know if a lot of people know she led college basketball in assists.
yeah.
Like a lot of people don't look at that part of it. And
Right.
I had an argument the other day, not an argument, but a debate on Facebook. We were talking about the guy like 3 years ago. He had said Paige Beckers was a better player than Caitlin Clark. And I
Right.
was a fan of Caitlin Clark then because I loved the way she could score the ball
Mm-hmm.
and facilitate it. And I reposted that question. I was like, do you think she's better? And he was like, yeah, Caitlin Clark doesn't play defense. And I'm just like, what do y'all want her to do? Y'all want her to be the scorer,
Right.
pass the ball, drive the ball, and guard the best player? Like,
Right.
come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, y'all want her to be a superhuman, and nobody's that. Like, it's
Right.
not any player that's that. Like, we look at the men's side of it, and there are some women that have done it, but not scored that at that clip, or
That
especially in
right.
college.
Yeah.
In college, that's a little crazy to be scoring like she does.
Right.
And her team, I'm not nothing against them, but like it was Caitlin Clark and friends.
Right.
so like realistically,
Right.
that's what it was.
Caitlin Clark.
Hey, that's realistically that's what it was. And
Yeah.
no offense to those girls, they were really good basketball players, but
Yeah. Sure.
the attraction was Caitlin Clark. So
Yeah.
I want to see what the Fever do this year. I'm
Yeah.
rooting for them for sure.
Hey,
Hopefully we can get to a game.
huh?
Hopefully we can go to a game while we in Indy.
I know they do have one either that Thursday or Friday, depending on when we go.
Okay.
But still try to get tickets, even though Vic not there. But
Yeah.
let's Seattle though.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be a good one then.
Listen.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. That
Let me
might
say,
be the one.
Gala is on her revenge tour. You hear me?
Okay.
For sure. Like
Yeah,
she got something to prove.
she
And
does.
just hearing her like, her little interviews or, when she posts or whatever, like
Mhm.
she was playing basketball. She
Yeah.
was basketball. So now she back at it, got that support. She got Drew Lloyd right there, got
Right.
Neck right there. Oh, it's gonna be a good one. They're gonna be back
Yeah.
in the conversations for sure.
I agree. Oh, so high school basketball, we have our event in June. We got about 9 or 10 teams so far
Yeah.
committed to playing. It's gonna be a really good event for
Oh
those that haven't been in touch with us. Please join it. I mean, we just want people to get the good run in. It's right before UNCC camp, right after the live period for high
hmm
school events. So good time to get players in. Maybe you didn't get to see everybody at the live event and you want your team to see how they do versus other players, private school versus public schools, prep
Yeah.
academies, all those things. I think under one roof, I think it's going to be a good event. Um, so
I
lock
mean,
in with us.
I think anything we put together is a good event, Coach.
It is. We got one more event. I'm not gonna talk about it quite yet, but
Yeah.
coming soon. But getting on to the travel ball world.
Okay, let's do
This
it.
this past weekend I got a chance to go to LBI's. No, not LBI. Whose was that? Oh, the LaMelo Ball Invitational.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, got to see the self-proclaimed best team in the state. They were missing a lot of people.
Uh-huh.
They played a Team Hickory team that was down. Uh, Coach is looking for more girls. I think that 16U age group right now is everybody's looking for kids.
hmm
Realistically, either it's really top heavy in North Carolina. I think between CP3,
hmm
Team Curry, Lady Attack. Team United 16U is pretty solid too. But I think really the Team Curry CP3, and I'm going to put Lady Attack in there because their length and skill
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Right.
So um, Watch Lady Attack. They played with 5 people, blew almost everybody out.
Yeah.
I think they had a couple good games. Watch Team United 17U. That's a really good squad. I think they're gonna have to work on balance. I think teams. It's first tournament for most people. They just
Right.
need to work on that balance between everybody. But this weekend you got the War Game Super Scrimmages. Got
Yes.
the Phenom Lady Rumble. That's so I found out why Lady Attack's not playing on Saturday. They're
Why?
playing in the Phenom event Saturday, and then playing in the War Game Super Scrimmages on Sunday.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So for all those people that when you see this, you're not gonna get Lady Attack versus Team Curry.
Team Curry. Not just
Unfortunately.
yet.
Not yet. Hopefully
Not yet.
down the road somewhere. But it's gonna be hard to with the schedules, I really think it's hard unless it's in that July period where a lot of teams play in Charlotte. Maybe then. But other than that, I don't think it'll be a matchup. But looking at some of the games, who are you looking forward to seeing other than the Team Curry, your Team Curry team?
I do want to see CP3, see how they adjust to a lot of players leaving and bringing in new kids. So I want to see how they adjust to that. And also Team United. You say you seen them. I want to see how they developed. I heard they had a lot of good talent out there. So I want to see how they put that together.
Yeah. I think that's I'm really interested in seeing matchup wise, Team Curry 14U Elite team versus CP3's Flame Sasha team. Sasha came from FBC. She's a really big basketball person on the McDonald's All American Committee. If I'm not mistaken, her daughter may be on that team. Her daughter's pretty solid. And them playing against that Team Curry 8th grade team is going to be must see. They play. I want to say they play at. Let's see.
On Saturday.
They play on Saturday.
Okay.
They play at 155 at West Cabarrus High School. So this is a good chance to see the future high schoolers, those incoming freshmen.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a good game. I also want to see the Carolina Hornets.
Okay. Yeah, I heard a lot about them.
Yeah, Lanice Joseph. She just was ranked number 2 in the state in the class of 2027. Actually, Leanna McField was ranked number 1. She plays for the CP3 16U team. So you'll get a chance to see her up and close and personal. I think that 16U game, I want to see that between Team Curry and CP3. I think that's going to be a really good game with a lot of good younger kids. I think that's going to be the big thing. A lot of those kids are going to be 2027s. It's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be up and down.
For sure.
And that I think the CP3 team has a little more experience on their team. From a lot of them played with the 15U last year, or they played 16U last year, so they have that experience. But it's going to be a good game regardless, because all those kids on Curry have played together for a while, and the new pieces that were added, it's going to be good.
There's going to be a lot of talent on that floor. I tell you that.
Yeah, for sure. I think Saturday, if you're going to be near West Cabarrus, I would say get there early. It's going to be some games. You get to see Team KMA, which is a team out of Winston. Solid program. I watched some of their teams over the weekend. A lot of them came from the Phoenix team. Lady Phoenix. So they branched off and went to their own organization. Well, with David Kent, he started, if I'm not mistaken. So it should be interesting to see them. They play Curry first. And it's going to be some good games. I'm looking forward to the talent pool that is in North Carolina. I mean, I don't usually get to see the early. We don't get to usually see the early games. We're always in Pittsburgh. It's a little different staying home, getting to see all these teams play, and then be able to go back to your own bed instead of a hotel. So it's going to be a lot different. So trying to think, what else did I have?
I'm definitely interested in seeing how, especially with Team Curry and the K. What's the new team? The other team you said?
Dang, you made me forget. What's it? KMA? Yeah, KMA.
KMA, and how the programs do as far as like adding all those new pieces and how
Yep.
they gel together and things like that. And with this being the first tournament, it's gonna be a lot of things people gonna be able to see as
Hmm.
far as like what they do well, what they don't. I mean, of course, it's gonna get better as the season
Right.
go on, but it's gonna be a great first. I think this first tournament
Hmm.
determines the bond of the team,
I agree.
the
I
bond of
agree.
the team. So it's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah, I agree with that part because it's definitely going to be a lot of learning because you're
Hmm.
learning each other, especially those teams that this is their first tournament.
Yep.
You're going to be playing against familiar faces, and then you're going to be able to compete at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's the best
Yeah.
thing about it. You're getting ready to compete. Then the following week, you're playing the coaches.
Right.
So you
Right.
got you got to be prepared one way or another. A
Uh-huh.
lot. I know the Curry teams are only playing on Saturday.
Hmm.
Flames may play on both days. The Supreme team, they're going to be there. I think they're another organization that's really good. FEC Supreme.
Yeah.
They went to 17U went to the championship last year.
Hmm.
16U was pretty solid as well. I'm trying to see any other teams. Southeast United's usually have a good squad. Shout out to Carolina Elite Phoenix, Upward Stars.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of good teams that I want to see. I want to see our even the Rise teams, Team
Oh
Curry
yeah.
Rise teams. I
Definitely
want to
a
see those
new thing,
teams.
new addition to Team Curry this year,
Yeah.
and the Rise is, pretty solid. Like,
Hmm.
they had a decent weekend last weekend.
Right.
They lost, I think, 2 games, but it was both under 2 or 3 points. So just them getting, familiar with people, their own
Mhm.
teammates, and the whole circuit thing, or being
Yeah.
around, the platform they're about to play on. So I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be good.
Right, and a lot of people don't see the platform that the Rise circuit is going to be. I think a lot of people
Right.
thinking it's just, oh, it's not the top circuit, so I
Right.
don't want to play
Right.
on it. But they're going to have a lot of good things coming out about Rise soon. Um, and I don't think people should look down on the Rise. Like,
Right.
there's girls on the Rise circuit that are going to be D1
Top
players.
kids. Yeah.
They're gonna play Division 1 basketball.
Right.
I know one of the kids on the Curry 16 got an offer from Kent State
Oh
already.
wow.
So she's
Dang.
like, that's major.
Yeah. That's big.
So what else? I think that's about it. I'm trying to think what I had something else basketball. I should have wrote all this down. As just going off
Right.
the
We
top of
go.
the
We
head
just be
most of the
going
time.
with the flow.
Yeah, and this is something new we're doing. We want to talk more than just high school basketball. We want to talk
Hmm.
about just basketball, all women's basketball in general. Next Thursday we could do it together, coach. We can, get in one of the rooms and chop it
Okay.
up on the
Hey, that'd be
live.
dope. That'd be
Maybe we could
dope.
get maybe we could get G and Ashley on there and
Okay.
see if they talk.
We'll see how that goes.
We'll see how that goes though. But I appreciate you, Coach. We'll be
Oh
back
yeah.
hopefully next Thursday. I'm not gonna give a time because
We're gonna be traveling.
we're gonna be moving. So,
Yeah.
but we'll try to make something happen. But I
Yeah.
appreciate you, Coach. Thank
Always.
you. Thank you, everybody that tuned in as well.
Yes. Follow everything.
Oops. Follow. I always forget that part. Yeah, follow us on all the social media, Instagram, Twitter,
Twitter.
TikTok sometimes.
We'll
But
be
definitely
talking it up next week.
we're gonna
Next
TikTok it up. All right.
we're doing the TikTok.
And subscribe to the YouTube
Yeah.
channel. We're trying to grow, trying to do more things. If y'all want to get some people on here, let us know. I mean, Coach, we can start doing live unseen fires.
I like that. You know,
Okay.
we'll talk. I have some ideas. We'll
All
talk.
right. Let's work.
Oh yeah.
We'll figure it out.
All
All
right.
right, y'all. Appreciate everybody. Bar Hoops, we are out.